Welcome to Sean's View Entertainment on YouTube.com. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, where it's always prolific, consistent, and dedicated. In a report, a backstage rumor that came out earlier this morning, I'm sure it's going to raise a lot of eyebrows, a lot of discussion, a lot of debate, a lot of criticism, a lot of hate, a lot of detractors. A lot of things are going to be said about this report, and I cannot wait to hear what you're going to say. Because, ladies and gentlemen, this morning, according to PW Insider, go subscribe to them, go check out their newsletter, go buy it right now. For the past few weeks, Vince McMahon has reportedly been all over the WWE creative team to book John Cena stronger, as if he hasn't been booked strong for the past 10 years, right? To prove to his fans that he's still in the fight. Well, after the beating that he sustained from Brock Lesnar, to make John Cena look legitimate, to be a challenger, yeah, you still have to book Cena to be in the fight. But should you have booked him as strong as you did? After being dominated with what amounted to be a squash match at the hands of Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And I'll get to that in a minute. When Cena returned to Raw the following week and dominated the Wyatt family, it was noted that it was Vince who was responsible. Vince, not John Cena. So remember, you cannot blame or poke the finger at John Cena. Oh, Cena's in charge of creative. John Cena runs the company. John Cena has 100% full control of his career, where he's going to go and who he's going to beat. No, he doesn't. This is all Vince McMahon's idea. If you're in John Cena's spot, you're the #1 guy in the company, you're going to have a championship opportunity, you're going to be in the main event of a pay-per-view, you're going to be the headliner, and Vince McMahon comes up to you and says, well, this is what he says to the creative team. Cena's going to be booked strong. Do you think John Cena's going to walk in and disagree and not do what Vince wants to, not do what Vince McMahon wants him to do? If John Cena doesn't agree, or if John Cena backs down, or if John Cena doesn't want to do what Vince wants to be done, you get fired. You get released. Things don't end up right. John Cena is only doing what he is told. How many times do I have to come on here? Sure, there may have been a couple of instances back in the day, back in 2010, back in 2009, where John Cena had full control and he said, this is how it's going to go. This is how it should be. But as of late, you've been hearing the reports. It's been on Vince McMahon alone. So you need to stop blaming John Cena. Anyhow, apparently, many backstage felt that this was the wrong thing to do with Cena burying the Wyatt family, which was a Vince McMahon idea, not a John Cena burial marathon, especially against Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family. However, Vince McMahon reportedly insisted that it be booked that way and was unwilling to change his mind. So even if John Cena had come up to Vince McMahon and said, I don't think this is a good idea, I don't think we should go in this direction, there is nobody in the damn world that is going to change Vince McMahon's mind when he is set to do something. When Vince McMahon has a plan and he thinks he's going to go in that direction, that's the way it's going to be. At the end of the day, you do what your boss tells you to do. If you don't do as your boss says, you get fired. You get reprimanded. You see a large cut in your pay. You see a dramatic effect on your career. And if John Cena goes to Vince McMahon and says, well, you know what, I don't want to bury the Wyatt family. I don't want to look strong against Brock Lesnar, Night of Champions. First of all, John Cena was not even supposed to be in this spot. John Cena was not even supposed to be in this position. If you remember correctly, John Cena wasn't even booked to be in the World Championship picture. That was until Daniel Bryan came down with an injury. And nobody has been built up strong enough to take that spot like John Cena has, because the WWE, quite frankly, doesn't know what they're doing from one minute to the next. And they don't know how to book talent, and there's not a focal strategy behind it. You ain't going to put Roman Reigns in there. Dean Ambrose apparently isn't ready, as what I'm hearing. Seth Rollins, there's no credible chance there. So John Cena is the only man for the job. Remember, John Cena is only going in there and he's picking up the workload of what Daniel Bryan was supposed to do until he came down with a neck injury. So I'm sick and tired of coming on here and having to defend John Cena when you damnly well know that this is not on John Cena's head. He is only doing what the company tells him to do. He does not have 100% control of his character. This isn't the Attitude Era. This isn't WCW Nitro. This isn't Hulk Hogan. This isn't Stone Cold. This isn't Shawn Michaels. Okay, this is John Cena. And you can blame Vince McMahon. But you know what? I actually agree with Vince McMahon. Not because I'm a John Cena fan. I don't agree with him all the way. Don't get it twisted. I don't agree with it all the way. But here's the thing. Down the line, 3 to 5 years down the line, or before that, when Bray Wyatt becomes a big name and he's marketable, he becomes a face, and he becomes the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Are you really going to remember that night that John Cena buried the Wyatt family? Are you really going to go and recall that fateful night where John Cena destroyed Bray Wyatt? No, you're not. You're going to remember the future. You're going to remember the present. And right now, Bray Wyatt is looking pretty damn good. So you know what? You can place the blame and point the finger at John Cena all you want, but this is all the workings of Vince McMahon. But to a degree, you have to agree with Vince McMahon. Why? Because it's smart to the point that Cena does need to look strong going into Night of Champions. But here's another thing where Vince might be wrong. This is a kind of a point counterpoint. I'm going to look at it from a different direction. How about John Cena would have looked more credible or more of a challenger if John Cena would put up more of a fight at SummerSlam? This way, the WWE wouldn't have to run into this problem with burying the Wyatt family. Like you can see, there's a lot of different directions. There's a lot of variations the WWE could have went about this. But remember, this is all the workings of Vince McMahon, the mastermind, the manipulator, the orchestrator. Okay? Not John Cena. And remember, once again, just put yourself in John Cena's shoes. If you were told to do something and you don't want to do it, or you didn't stand for it, or you didn't see it Vince's way, you are fired. Subscribe with your comments and your opinions and what is definitely going to be a controversial debate.